I'm gonna do that. Oh my god. Oh no, the destination. Hey, you guys. Oh shit. Why is Rumble being like a little bitch? Okay, let's see. I don't think Rumble's working. Ugh. Rumble, why do you have to do this to me? All right, so we're here and we are doing a live and we're just gonna finally get to see the stream live. Yes, you finally get to see the stream live. Oh my god. Oh, where did my little where did the USB cable go? That's a big deal. That's like a serious situation. This is what happens when you're your own production person. This is what happens. This is what happens. Let me... Where's that thing? Through... There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Finally. Oh my god. Publish. Okay, here we go. Finally. Finally. Got the camera on, got the mic gone, got the thing together, got my life together. This is such hard work. I don't know why it's such hard work. Can someone explain that to me? I can't wait for Layla to be late and discover what technical difficulty she will experience. I know, it's like a magical experience. It's like, oh, what's happening? What's breaking? Oh my god. No, these freaking freaking things. Oh, my camera is on the other mode. So last night, I don't know if you guys enjoyed the super moon, but it was pretty enjoyable. It was pretty amazing and it was pretty super. Let me switch my camera really quick. And then we're going to get into the discovery of the amazing branding of the amazing Brandon. Okay. Let me fix this really quick. And then we can talk all we want about how ridiculous all these people are. I'm so tired of these people. What is going on? God. Okay. All right. Okay. We got this. Every single thing. Every time I go through, it's like, oh, new checklist. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. Today we're going to talk about propaganda. Oh my God, who knew? I'm genuinely shocked myself. But we really need to talk about some very interesting topics because I have a whole list of topics. I have a whole list, like a literal list of topics that will shed some light on all the ridiculousness that is happening in our world. I don't know. It's just the LOL, you'll get it, Layla. Yeah, I'll get it. I just need to do this for like a couple weeks in a row. It'll be fine. But I've decided, and this is before we get into all the topics, I've decided that I'm going to just go ahead and start talking about like replacement stuff and all of those things. All right. Tonight is the deciding factor. Oh shit. Oh my God. But I'm gonna start talking about the replacement thing, the whole migration thing. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna start talking about that because it's such a bizarre storyline, and whenever someone tells me, "Oh, you can't talk about that. That's like racist. You can't talk about that. You can't discuss that. We cannot discuss that." Then that makes me know that's probably something we really need to discuss, and we cannot avoid discussing. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? Because it's disturbing how I hear so many people say, "Oh, I can't discuss that. If I talk about that, they're gonna like be mad at me and get upset at me and all this stuff." And I'm just like, why do you care? Why do you care? This is like not good. Why do you even care? Like, why? Why do you care? Hey, everybody. Hey, Shane. Hey, everybody. Hey, Nikki. Hey, all of them. John, Eddie. Oh, really? No, I'm done not talking about things that are important. I'm done just being scared and kind of sheepish and like, oh, we don't talk about that in polite society. We let that go. We can't really get into it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have to get into it because the globalists don't want us to get into it, so we should probably get into it. Because I have some really crazy clips, like really disturbing clips that I found online, and it's just like, why are we not discussing? Why are we not discussing? Do you get what I'm saying though? The replacement topic, the whole replacement issue, like how people are being replacing. Okay. So this has been an interesting week for me personally. It's been kind of a breakthrough week. I'm going to talk in like new age speak. It's kind of been a breakthrough week for me because I sat through, I think it was 2 or 3 hour long Twitter spaces or X spaces with MAGA communists. Like it was hosted by MAGA communists and they were debating. It was traumatizing. It was like, what reality am I in? You know what I mean? It was like MAGA communists. There's such thing as MAGA communists. What do? They believe in the Constitution and they believe in America and they want America to succeed, but they're also communists and they hate capitalism and they're communists and they think that China's good. That's the thing that always gets me is the whole China's good vibe that communists have, and they're like, "Oh, it's all like right-wing propaganda. That's all it is. It's just right-wing propaganda." And I'm just like, this is how I know. This is how I know.
You can sell anything. You can literally sell anything. So yeah, it's hey Soren Mask. It's this is the reality. So yeah, that was traumatizing. But I'm gonna move past that. I'm gonna be doing a review, a recap where we do a listening party. Yes. We're gonna listen. Um so I can share with you all, because I know you all want to share equally in the trauma that is a such thing as a MAGA communist like bizarro world. Um oh yeah, John, China is so advanced. Yeah, it's super advanced. Everybody there is rich. Everybody there is just happy and just like so well off, and it's so much better than here, and it's just propaganda that they are actually like welding people's doors shut. That's just all, that's fake. That's like the capitalist evil system. You know? We need to stop that. We need to stop that. Uh uh sharing is caring. No, we're not going to share that now because I can't. I need a couple days before I subject myself to listening to that. But I wanted to start off with you guys, just giving you guys a lovely little, um, you know, a little peek at the loveliness that is our country, or that is the world right now, if this is not your country. Um, and just know that there is there is retribution, because California thieves steal wallet and keys from councilmen during public speech about crime. It's just, I mean, what's yeah, it's like it's amazing. It's good. This is our reality. It's our reality. This is where we live. This is where we live. And this is where some of us live. God, my face is itchy. This is where some of us live. Oh, I'm just like, what is going on? So we've got that. That's great. I love that that's happening. Um, I love that that's happening because we didn't need. I need to find the clips of that speech, because it's like, what the hell is going on? What the hell? Like, what in the entire hell is going on? Seriously, why? Why do we have to put up with this? Can we talk about that? Like, why do we have to share? Why do we have to share in the collective delusion? Seriously, like, no, just no. U.S. median household income is 70,000. Hey, Sahara. Oh my God. We're doing the best we can, you guys. We're doing the best we can. And then here's another peach. Here's another like awesome story from the week that I was just so excited to hear about, because this means we're making progress, and I don't want to hear anything else about it other than that it's progress and truth and love. A Portland activist for the teas with a violent criminal history allegedly destroyed a teen girl's car and smeared feces all over. Yes. Yes! This is what we need. The suspect allegedly told police the girl was transphobic, which I mean, I know she was. Like, she's evil. Vivian was released the same day from jail. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is like this is what you guys, all of you bigots, all of you horrible, horrible people need to understand. This is called restorative justice. This is how we can restore justice and order in our country. Yes, there's a man who's smearing fecal matter all over. Oh, I'm sorry. Trans woman. Stunning and brave. Trans woman smearing crap all over a teen girl's car. Like, and they're fine. They're fine. They're good. They're doing okay. They're doing great. They're fine. And I'm glad that they got out of jail instantly. This is the world we live in. It's good. It's a good one. This is a good world. This is the world I want. This is the world I've been dreaming of since the beginning. You know, I thought we need people who are going to stand up. We need people who are going to smear crap all over people's cars if they don't, comply. That's the world I wanted more than anything. More than anything. More than life itself, I wanted crap covered cars. And people instantly let go. Just, you guys, I don't know why you guys are so judgmental. I really, really don't. I'm glad they got out of jail. Yes, I'm glad they got out of jail instantly. Yes, yes. This is how you have justice. This is how you have love. This is how you have restoration. Okay? This is how you have all of it. I don't know why. I don't know why you can't understand that. That's like at this point when I deal with people and they're just like woke or whatever, or they're just like not trying to hear it, I just like go full on. I'm like, yeah, that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted that so badly. I wanted someone, like, I just like overemphasize. I wanted someone to cover a car with garbage and crap, and like I want them to get out instantly so that they can do it again, because this is the only solution. That's what I would do. Like, that's what I'm at right now. I can't even deal. Like, it's like, oh, okay, you think that's a good idea? Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a good idea too. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. And just make it so that they're like, I know you're messing with me, but you're saying all the things. Like, yeah, I'm saying all the things, but who cares? You don't use your brain. Who cares? Who cares? You don't think. So who cares? You just don't. So who cares? Who cares? Almost like, what is it? Almost like it's intentional or something. Yeah. This is like Batman plot IRL, release the criminals and criminally insane. You know what? It's so true. It is sort of like Batman, the animated series, when they're like, "Oh, we're going to sabotage everything. We're going to let all the criminals out." Oh, Shane says, I read about an African immigrant in Canada grape his disabled daughter. The judge gave him a suspended sentence because of his trauma from back home and moving. Okay, we have to find that because I can't. I know Shane is on it, but that's the sound I want. No. 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 Disabled. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay, I'm pulling this up. Here we go. So, is this it? The 2-year sentence reduction for man who assaulted mentally disabled daughter. This is in 2016. A Vernon man who convicted of assaulting his mentally disabled daughter has had his sentence reduced by 2 years on appeal. The man, who can only be identified by the initials RJB, because we don't want to shame him. Whatever we do, we don't want to shame somebody who like assaults their own daughter. No. Oh no. Identifies AB on average of 2 times a week from November 1998 to September 2002, when AB was between 10 and 14. What? Due to a publication ban, had attacked his daughter, identified. Okay. Most of the offenses took place in the living room of the family's trailer in Vernon. One assault happened when the dad and his daughter spent a night in Terrace Hotel. Court heard that the girl had 28 seizures when she was 18 months old, and as a result has a learning disorder and developmental delays. Who can she has pension. She testifies that the attacks happened after her daughter had moved back into the home and continued until she was moved. Ministry of Children and Family. Um. Wait. Had erred by sentencing on the basis that assault involved intercourse. The main issue on the appeal was whether the sentence was demonstrably unfit and should be reduced. On ruling Thursday, a judge paneled BC Court Appeal and concluded that the sentence was unfit and should be reduced to 4 years in prison. And his reason for judgment, Justice John Savage said Beams had included in her consideration an aggravated factor that was not present in the context of an uncertain factual matrix in the case. In my view, over 4 years with a young person is a significant aggravating factor with the reduced. Oh, what? In my view, the sentence she imposed must be reduced to adjust for those errors. What? So we have so many problems that at the end of the day, unfortunately, only sentencing is a way to convey the message to the public and to men that assault is a terrible crime against women. Oh my God. Hey, Doom Guy 83. Thanks. Thank you. This is really weird. This is really weird. This is really weird. Okay. That's just a glimpse into the like psycho babble of Canada. I mean, I hope we don't have to go back there. But what we will go to, what the place we are going to go to, and we have to go together. That's why we need to do this together. That's why we need to be together doing this, because this is too traumatic to do alone. I'm sorry. This is like, what? Like every single day. Like, is it just me? But every single day I wake up and I'm just like, what? Why? How? Literally. How? Like, so in this one, social credit is here. Yay! I need the clap sound effects, but you know, you can hear it. You can feel it. We're all so excited for social credit. We're like, I mean, because I believe, and I need to make this very clear to YouTube, that I believe in one China, okay? One China only. And I believe in censorship, and I believe, most importantly, in social credit. And now, Aussies get the benefit of it, because an Aussie bank warns customers mean comments online may get your account frozen or closed. Thank God we have Australia, the bastion of hope, the one place of sanity that we can have, you know, credit. This is perfect. This is what I wanted. I didn't know I wanted. It's kind of like the iPhone. I didn't know I wanted social credit. I didn't know that I wanted my thoughts censored and like my opinions to like affect whether or not I can interact in society, just my like freedom of speech and everything. I didn't know that's I wanted. I didn't know. So let's look at this article. Let's look at this article. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. But let's see what is Rebel News going on? Like what is going on? Oh, thanks, Rebel. Aussie Bank warns customers mean comments online may get your account frozen or closed. So stop all that, running your mouth online. National Australian Bank updated terms target profane, derogatory, or discriminatory online comments. Good, 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 good. National Australian Bank has sparked outrage after warning customers it may close their account if they make mean comments on the internet. The bank's updated terms and conditions displayed on their website and effective from November state that NAB will investigate. Can we talk about how we love like private companies investigating people? I love them serving justice. Customers who make profane, derogatory, or discriminatory comments online. The new terms state that in such instances, the bank may suspend, cancel, or deny a customer's access to their account. That's awesome. So I'm assuming that means they're just going to freeze their account, which sounds. My God. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Nikki Nadas mentioned they did this during the trucker protest too. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, whoa. The published terms and conditions include a support number where customers can report other account holders they're concerned about. Yes. Yes, we have the snitching on people. We have the police state. We have the private companies issuing justice and regulating our speech. This is like everything I could ever want in the future, except it's not diverse enough. That's the only thing. Once it gets to peak diversity, and we all know what diversity means. No white people. Once it gets to peak diversity, then this is all perfect. This is literally perfect. Wow. Wow. Yeah, report them you're concerned about. The policy purports to be an effort to counter domestic violence and elder abuse. Ew. The move follows upward in the UK, where former politician Nigel Farage and and Angelican, what? I don't. Oh, that's not a name. Minister Reverend Richard Frothergill had their accounts closed after their financial institutions took exceptions to their views. Angelican minister. I thought that was a person's name. I was like, that's not. Coots Bank apologized to Farage after it was revealed that the bank risk management committee had discussed his political views before advising his accounts will be closed. Ooh. Oh my God. It's the end. It's end times. Shane says, British local politician was arrested for social media comment. Australian police arrested a pregnant mother for 3 on Facebook. She was organizing COVID mandate protests. Yeah, these are what we have to say. These are what we have to do. We have to like literally just go along with whatever's happening and never question anything. Otherwise, we might get arrested and offend people. So we have to say, I believe masks can't stop Canadian wildfire smoke, but somehow can stop viruses from local Chinese food markets if we want to make a withdrawal. Yes. Yes, you're on it. See, you guys, you thought you were going to learn about how to like deal with propaganda, but now you're learning how to deal with propaganda, like how to like do it right. Just go along with it. Like suspend all common sense and just go along with it. That's exactly what we have to do. We have to do that. I'm just like this. See, this is me dealing with. This is me post the struggle session of listening to MAGA communists. So I'm trying to do the best I can. The bank advised him that they had zero tolerance for discrimination and closed the accounts he had held for more than a decade. Yeah, and they also mentioned the trucker protest. There we go. So yeah, here we go. We're on track. We're on track. We're ready. We're moving. We're motivated. We're beautiful. We're positive. It's all going great. It's all going great. I'm glad that we have banking institutions shutting down our free speech. Sarcastically, this is like, no, obviously this is like beyond disgusting. This is like so dramatic and horrible. And everybody and let's keep in mind the reason this is happening is not because, oh, magic spirits. It's because people are literally complying with it. That's the only reason. People are complying with it. People are going along with it. People aren't saying no. They're just like, sure, whatever. How many people run that bank? How many people are in Australia? It's not enough people in Australia. It's not enough people who run that bank to control all the people of Australia. But the people of Australia are brainwashed and they're just like, sure, let me just like have my speech monitored. What's the problem? I like the snitching thing. Oh, thanks, Doom Guy. You know, they're going to shut you down too. All of us, actually. Well, they can only shut us down if we comply with it. If a good portion comply. If a good portion do not comply, they're not going to be able to get away with it. That's the difference. Oh, 21 million. Okay, so there's 21 million people. There's 21 million people in Australia. And there's a few people who run a bank. But, you know, nothing to do. What? Going along to get along is not in everyone's best interest? Oh my God, I'm so shocked. That's what I know, John. I know. There's just so many people who don't understand. Who might think, oh, that's maybe not in everyone's best interest. But we have to, that's why we try to enlighten. That's why we try to enlighten. Oh my God. Oh, you're cooking dinner? Yeah, I'm going to cook dinner after this. I'm hungry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, here we go. Moving forward. And they simply frame it. They simply frame it like, oh, it's to fight elder abuse. What the hell? Elder abuse. You're going to censor my speech and close my bank account for elder abuse. When did banks enter the regulation of elder? What? It doesn't make any sense, but people are just so desperate to be like, yes, this is fine. Like, I need to have that like burning dog, like the this is fine dog on tap, because that's literally the response they're all going for. Just okay. Okay, we're not done yet. You guys. We're not done yet. Those are the nice stories. Those are like happy stories. Those are the like, okay, so those are the like happy, fun stories. Not the abuse story, but I just want you to know that your government, yes, your government, our government, everybody's government is working toward our best interests. And you know how I know that? And all these bureaucracies like the ACLU, all of these people, they're working toward our best interests. I know that because the ACLU files lawsuit on behalf of trans-identified male inmate who just unalived an 11-month-old baby girl. But the ACLU is trying to make sure they get their hormones. And that's really necessary. That's necessary. So this is why I donate, at least, like, some say you should only donate 10% of your income to, like, charity and stuff, but for me, it has to be minimum 30%. It has to be. Because if they're doing such good work like this, I mean, how could we not? And the fact that they publish this stuff without shame, it's like, what is watching? Like, who is listening to this? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, no. I don't see why or how they pull it off, but they seem to keep doing it. You guys are talking about boiling water. What is going on in these comments? Okay. All right. So next up, now let's get into the real propaganda lesson. Now, this piece that I see before me, fact checkers, the Washington Post says, fact checker, here's a guide to some of the stories told by President Biden that cannot be verified or are not plausible. Now, doesn't that sound, just like interesting? Like an interesting way. Doesn't that sound like an interesting way of saying he lied? He lied. He lied. He lied. But the Washington Post figured out a fun, like, emotionally, like, sort of neutral way of framing. Oh, he lied. It's not a lie. It's that he told some stories. Okay, he told some stories. He just told a story that cannot be verified and are just completely just not plausible. Yeah, the Washington woke. This is where we are. This is called propaganda. Listen here, Jack. Biden don't lie, and that's the truth. I get it. Yes, that's the truth. Oh, what? What are you saying? Biden equals the king of dementia? No. No. Stop. Okay, what is the story? I can't. When I saw this, I was like, what is going on? How in the hell? How are they justifying this? I was just like, how? Okay, so Biden loves to retell certain stories, just some are not credible. That's it. And do you see the emphasis of stories? Okay, the way they frame everything. He's just telling stories. He's just an old man telling stories. Not a big deal. They use stories because stories are what you tell kids, right? They're fun. I love hearing stories, don't you? So it's just fun. He told a story about Burisma. So what? He told a story about what happened in the White House. He told a story about his life and what he contributed. Oh, Biden drops out of a 1988 presidential primary for plagiarism of a speech from a British Labour leader. Claimed their father was a coal miner. Oh my God. Yes, Tito. They're wives' tales from the 1500s. He's just telling wives' tales. So this is propaganda. If this is 101, beginning of time, this is propaganda. It's propaganda because they're giving you the factual information that what he's saying is not correct, But in the way that they're charging it, the way they're framing it, the way the words that they use to describe it, it doesn't seem very bad. It doesn't seem very harsh. They're literally telling you objectively something that's true without making it seem bad. And that's propaganda. That's how it's manipulating your emotions and your logic. President Biden, oh, and look at this hottie. Ooh, he's right there. Glenn Kessler. Ooh. He's, pro everything. President Biden, like many politicians, making it seem normal. It's not a big deal. Stop. Likes to tell stories that attempt to connect his life story with his audiences and make up an essential part of his persona. Speaking to survivors of the devastating Maui fires, Biden recalled how lightning had once struck a pond outside his home, sparking a fire. To make a long story short, he almost lost his wife, his 67 Corvette, and his cat. He said, and all kidding aside, I know you just lost your children. I know there's 2,000 kids, presumed missing. But yeah, funny how that happened to him. Just funny. But throughout his career, most famously in his first presidential campaign, there we go, Biden's propensity to exaggerate. He's just exaggerating and embellishing tales, not truth, just tales, about his life led to doubts about his truthfulness. Contemporary news reports on the house fire do not match his telling of it, fanning criticism that he had lied to a vulnerable audience. Please. Oh my God. This is just harsh criticism. Every single word in this article is propaganda. There's nothing about this that is not propaganda. Oh my God. This is the world we live in. TikTok videos are ads. Joe Biden shared his life or his version of it. Not a big deal. He's just sharing a version of his life that is not true. Yeah. Continuously. Wrote Richard Ben Kramer in his 1992 book, What It Takes, about the 1988 campaign. He confided, displayed it, spread it, propagated, even expanded it to connect with your life. He would settle for nothing less. Sometimes the stories turn out to be largely true, like he was largely. I'm going to start using that. That's largely true. Next time someone accuses me of something, oh, well, that's largely true. I'm not going to give you the exact proportion of it that is true, but it's largely true. Such as the one about the confrontation as a 19-year-old lifeguard with a gang leader named Corn Pop. Whoa! This is our president. And this makes me want to pledge allegiance. This makes me want to pledge allegiance to the flag instantly. But others fall short as President Biden has continued a tradition of embellishing his personal tales in ways that cannot be verified or directly refuted by contemporary accounts. Like, it can literally be proven that's not real, but it's just an embellishment of something that's largely true. This is all good. President Biden has brought honesty and integrity back to the Oval Office. Deputy White House Press Secretary Andrew Bates told the fact checker, he promised, he gives the American people the truth right from the shoulder and takes pride in being straight with the country about his agenda and his values, including by sharing life experiences that have shaped his outlook. And that hardworking people, because he's not hardworking, that hardworking people who actually produce instead of be parasites, they can relate to it. And as Americans know, there are countless moments from every person's own history that are not covered in local newspapers. But there are largely true stories that he tells that can be verified by contemporary perspectives and proof. So no big deal. The tale of the fire in the house. I can't stress enough how this is literally propaganda. This is literally propaganda. This is like the perfect beginning 101 example of propaganda. At least 6 times as a president, most recently comments on the Hurricane Ida victims one day, Biden had exaggerated the extent of the fire that occurred at his house in 2004. Oh my God. God. He just keeps lying about this dang fire. Oh, I'm sorry. He tells mostly true accounts, mostly exaggerated stories. Yeah. Mm. So they're showing what happened. So they're literally going into overtime trying to justify his behavior. Um at a Democratic National Committee fundraiser. Here we got the lady. A while back our house was struck by lightning and caught fire. I'll never forget standing in the rain watching the firefighters put it out. I was devastated. I turned to Joe, who loved the house, because he's like a loving man. He loves his son, he loves his house, he loves his wife, and he loves the country. He loved that house. Joe, what are we gonna do? And he looked back at me with a smile and said, look at it this way. Now we can fix all the things we don't like. Yes! That is real leadership. Burn it down. Burn it all down so you can rebuild it. In those ashes, you can rebuild it. That is beautiful. Especially if those whatever gets burned down is also like prime property, like some of the like most sought after property in the world, like Maui. Yeah. Great. Joe loves everybody. Some people he loves too much even. Yeah, like his daughter. Oop, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. He loves all his children equally. At least 10 times. Yes. Okay, I can't even look at this, but is this really a headline? I just how is this the tale of gay men in suits kissing? What is this? This is like desperate cope propaganda. Like you have to be mentally ill. Literally, your brain has to be severed. You have to have propaganda psychosis already to be able to consume this garbage. Oh, this is the story about the father and saw people kissing. Oh my God. People need to be going to prison for what happened in Maui. I know. It's so sad. And it's such fraud. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's like such a perfect scheme. So, yeah. Oh, and here's some more. So, let's see the conclusion. How does he tie all these like BS stories all together? Okay, so it's just going through and fact checking. So, okay, so it doesn't really do anything. It's just at the end of the article, it's just telling you all the stories of what really happened. They did all the hard work up front. Can we propagandate people to free thinking? No. We need everyone to stay in their little boxes. This is like, what the hell? I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So that's. I'm sorry. That's a lot. My soul is hurting. So yeah, that is how you create propaganda. You're manipulating people's emotions through language, through your writing. You're helping them envision scenarios and things and frame things in a certain way. So it's not that he's lying, that he's a career politician who's lied for decades. It's that he embellishes mostly true stories. That's all I'm going to say. And that's all you need to say, or else your bank account will be closed very soon. All right. So Jesus, why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves, people? Okay. Ugh. Oh my God. I don't know how. I don't know how we get through all of this without screaming at this point. Because this is just beyond. Okay, I want to talk about this post I saw, this tweet, this what is this? This X. I hate the new term. You know how basketball Americans scream at movie screens like it's going to change the plot? That's how golfing Americans feel about these large Masonic political plots. They can't comprehend that they're watching a pre-written drama. They think they can change it. It's hilarious. So when I saw this, I was just like, okay, what's your point? I don't know if you know this, but I have like very little respect. Very, very, very little respect. Very little. John says, I pronounce X as Twitter. Yeah, I know. I'm so tired. I'm not able to change it. And I laugh. I laugh to spare myself from weeping. That's true. That's what I have to do right now. But okay, so this guy is talking about essentially how certain demographics respond to certain things and all these like plots and agendas and all this stuff. And those demographics sort of vocalize or discuss what's happening as if somehow that's going to change it. Well, I don't know about you, but before you actually like do something, you have to like figure out what it is you're doing or what's happening. And so naturally you'd have to discuss it at some level. I love how these people are like, oh, we figured it out. We know everything. We've got it down. Like it's all, this is all conspiracy theory. It's all agenda. We figured it out. We're smart. We're. I like Owen Benjamin. He's really funny. I just watched him on Dr. Shiva, actually. But like, why would this nihilism? Like, what is this obsession with nihilism? Like, why do we have to be so nihilistic? Like, I don't understand this obsession with nihilism that the right has to have. They have to be like, oh, everything's over. Everything's a plot. There's nothing we can do. It's like, shut up. If that's the case, if that's really true, why are you even bothering? Like, why aren't you just like loading up on all the stuff and being like walking into the room like, where's my baby blood? Like, where do I get the like foreskin treatments like that will make me look young forever? Like, where do I get the like where do I sign up for all of this stuff? If you're really that nihilistic, why don't you just go ahead and, jump in the deep end? If I thought the plot was up, I would walk into the room like, where's my bag of baby blood? Hook me up, let's go. I want to be an elite. I just hate this because on the right, it's like the doomsday. Oh, everything's over. We figured it out. It's all over. It's all over. It's so good. It's all nothing. Everything. The agendas. It's like, yeah, okay, and now what? Do what? Why do you have to be an agent of demoralization? Do you know anything that like that's not why? Why do you have to contribute that? Oh, they think that they think if they talk about it like that's not language that's going to spur people into action. That's the problem. This type of language, while this is a true fact, a lot of people think if they just talk about it, it will change. This language and framing it this way is not going to spur people to take action. Everything that we do will either influence negatively or positively the outcome we want. So if we want to positively influence the outcome, don't say things that will essentially demoralize and make sure you're going to get the opposite outcome. Because, we figured it out, it's all a scam. Like, no duh. Shit. Oh, really? They do have military bunkers. Yeah. Well, let me get in that military bunker. If I was really that nihilistic, I would just do that. If I really thought, it's all over, then okay, then sign me up. Where do I go? Let me get my OnlyFans page. Let me get my, let me just completely give up all my morality. Let me just completely, descend into chaos and hell so that I can, enjoy as much of this world as possible because there's no point. Hello? It's so ridiculous to me. They don't, can we all do this whole rebranding? Can we do a rebranding? Okay, we can see how they can rebrand Brandon from being a liar to just telling mostly true stories that are exaggerated. So they can do that, but we can't figure out how to at least frame and use the right kind of language to articulate that, hey, if you just talk about things, it's not going to change. You need to take action. I don't even think that doesn't even come as a conclusion to what he said. It doesn't even seem like that's the conclusion he wants you to draw. It's just stating basketball Americans. Oh, that's my favorite part too. I love the race play. I love the race play because the race play makes it all fun and titillating. Basketball Americans and the golf Americans. Shut up. What is with this race play? It's shut up about the race play. I get it. Who cares? At the end of the day, you're still complaining that I'm a white man who can't say anything. And then you post this demoralizing garbage. Stop. I don't even know. Nothing I say, I would never do this. The future is like Schrodinger's cat. Being demoralized is easiest among the godless. Well, he's not a bad person. He has he talks about freedom and all this stuff. But I don't get I don't know. I don't see the flex. What's this why? Why say things that would Why say things that would be demoralizing? Why don't say anything that is positive? Okay, nihilism is defined by the doctrine that nothing actually exists or that existence or values are meaningless. So, yeah. Relentless negativity or cynicism suggesting an absence of values or beliefs, political belief or action that advocates or commits violence or terrorism. Okay. So, this is all of those things. Like that little one tweet is all of those things. And it's not just him, obviously. I'm just using it as an example that I saw today. But I'm just so sick of seeing that where they're like, oh, we figured it out. We figured it out. It's all a lie and it's all a scam and everyone's evil. So we're just going to sit around and not do anything. At least go out and party. Like, do something. Yeah. Doom Guy 83. A lot of good people ready to give up. And that's the thing. There's a lot of people who are facing very difficult times. Staying mentally positive. This is a psyop. This is a psyop. This is a psyop. How many times do we have to repeat that and like realize that and live in that and act like that this is a psyop? This is psychological operation. This is not regular warfare. This is non-conventional warfare where they're going to take over the country and demoralize and, just defeat and conquer the country, not through guns and ships and all the traditional stuff, but through psychological manipulation and propaganda. So don't publish stuff that would accelerate that goal. Don't say things, don't sit around on the internet and say things that would lead to that and would help improve that. I don't care how funny it is. Oh, but it's race play. It's okay. It's funny. Like, no one cares about the race play. I get it. All it takes for evil to prevail is for good people to say nothing. Yeah, that's a really good saying. I'm just tired of it. And he's a great guy and everything, but I'm just using it as an example and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of seeing these people bitch and moan. Shut up. Shut up then. Stop saying, oh, it's all over. There's nothing we can do. Then where's my bag of baby blood? I need my stuff. Where's my chariot? Where's my traffic people? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Wash my dishes. Like, why am I doing this? Like, why don't I just go ahead and plunge headfirst into living the high life? Let me get the best of I can. Like, this is stupid. Like, stop. We don't have time. Okay, so on the right and with regular truthers and freedom movement, all this stuff, there's no coordination in the propaganda campaign. There's no coordination in the counter propaganda campaign to counter all of this. So it's just a bunch of people going around talking and yelling and reacting and blah, blah, blahing. And without the coordination, you have shit like this. Hence the black pill. Evil prevails when you take the black pill. I hate the black pill. I hate the black people. It's like, shut up. You're not a factor anymore. If you're going to say, oh, it's all over, okay, you're not a factor. Bye. I could care less what your opinion is. Oh, everything's evil and everybody. It's like, stop. I get that you feel empowered, and this is the thing. People feel empowered by feeling like, oh, I figured it out. I can justify. It's just like the communists and the leftists. I can justify my lack of action, or I can justify whatever I'm doing because I figured it out and it's all a scam. So I figured it out. I accomplished something. And obviously he does a lot. He's really outspoken. I'm not talking about him specifically. I have to keep saying that. I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm just talking in general, this whole black pill, this whole don't participate. Just, oh, it's all a scam. Like, shut up. You sound bitch made. You sound like a bitch. That's what you sound like. So it makes sense that your border walls are welded open because all of y'all sound like bitches. Not all of you, but you know what I mean. I'm just so tired of it. David, Maloj says, seems like you're finding a niche market for consulting media work. Also, hey, I'm here. We can get started now. Thanks for joining. Yeah, John says, Owen seems to be having a dark moment. We all get them. Yeah. This is not specifically targeted to him. I should have covered his like name, honestly. It's not targeted to him. It's just a general, we all have those dark moments, but this is a bigger lesson that we all need to learn, because each and every time we normalize this behavior, each and every time we put these messages out, it makes an impact. So we cannot do it. It cannot happen. The other side, the left, is very succinct. You think the WEF is just like randomly being like, "Oh, it's all over. The Patriots win." Does that ever happen? Do you ever see them like breaking out and just doing that? Do you ever see them like send out a press release being like, "Oh, you guys, well, they figured it out. We're evil, so let's just I just hate the world." They never do that. They always stay on code, in order, with their storyline, cohesive. Can we do the same thing? Can we stop with the black pill? Can we make black pilling just ridiculous and stupid as it is? Oh, Nikki says, I wouldn't go easy on him. Heroes turn into villains all the time. That's true. I mean, I'm trying to stay positive, but at the end of the day, these are the important lessons, and this is what you're going to find on my channel when we have our lives, when you watch my content. I am going to explain what we should do, not just sit around and be like, "Oh, look at that TikToker busting it wide open. I can see her labia." Like, that's okay, we've already done that. We need to move into like actual things so that we don't go crazy with inaction. Because I don't know about you, but it seems like they're planning to make things worse. The economy is going to get worse. Things are going to get more difficult. So we have to start to empower ourselves individually by taking action, by doing things, by becoming informed. It doesn't mean we're going to go out here and like become a political commentator or whatever. It just means we need to be able to feel like we have autonomy, feel like we can move the needle. No one's giving that practical advice. Even James Lindsay, who publishes tons of content explaining exactly what's happening and why, he doesn't give any prescriptive methods of what you can do to actually counter this. Like in total, like he does, honestly, he does. And he always says, "Oh, I don't know what you should do. You need to figure it out." But he really does. But what I'm saying is, we don't have enough people saying, "Do this. Go here, say this, frame it this way." Like, we don't have that. And that's what's missing. That's always, it's like we're missing the it's like we're missing the what's that spark plug? We're missing the spark plug. The thing in the, that actually gets it going. You can have this huge engine of knowledge, but if you don't have that spark plug, it's not going to like really spark up. It's not going to work. So we need that. We need that. Okay, this is the action we're going to do. This is how we take wisdom or information and turn it into wisdom, like things we can act upon. Yes, I can see her labia. That's an all-time quote. Yes. How many tweets how many TikToks are going to watch? I don't think the TikToks are going to restore, like stop China from invading us. Ignition. Yeah, we need the ignition. Whatever. You know what I mean. Guess we are moving into or through the prawn age. Oh, yeah, I should not make car analogies. I like know nothing about cars. Like, I know a lot about human psychology and stuff and visual communication, but I don't know anything about cars. I know how to make that so they do not function poorly. That's about it. By hiring people. But you get what I'm saying. We need to move into the realm of action. We can take micro little actions. We can do little things. And even just in general for our mental health. Because just because we didn't fall for this psyop, for this particular one, do you think this is going to be the last one? Do you think this is the last time they're going to try to like spring something on us? We have to be able to keep our wits about us. We have to be able to identify, okay, is this correct information? Is this logical? Is this going to lead to the conclusion that we would like? Or is this propaganda that's going to lead to our enslavement? Like, answer. Not remixed to Ignition by R. Kelly. I can barely work the steering wheel. Yeah. Yeah, John says there are volumes of next psyops waiting. Exactly. So even if you don't really care about, oh, I don't care about this C-19 thing or whatever, there's other stuff coming down the road. They're never going to stop. That's the thing. They're evil. They're not going to stop. So we have to, at some point, not just be black-pilled and be like, oh, we figured it all out. Eventually, the propaganda is going to get to you. It is. It is. Just like if you notice how during the Republican debates, they had up there in big letters democracy. And I have another example of this that I want to share. This page that I saw. Oh my God. Where is this? Here. This that I saw with these Republicans were working to keep keep America like accountable. Here's the page. Here's the propagandists. Here are the propagandists. Oh, wait a second, sorry. Here are the propagandists. Let's look at another propagandist group. Another organization that was sharing and trying to improve and maintain our democracy. You know, have you noticed that the Republicans are now saying democracy all the time? They're changing their language. They're saying democracy constantly. They're not saying, they're not saying the right thing. Where is this? Where's my stuff? Here, I'm trying to get, sorry. Let me try to get these propagandists up. Okay. Here we go. We will save our democracy. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful democracy. Of course, my Finder window is just like freaking out and not letting me. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. So this is what I found on Twitter where they were explaining Jamal Bowman was, we're going to follow the law and the Constitution regardless of it helps or harms politically. Brian Kemp said this. And then he's like, that's a Republican governor, y'all. A Republican. Ooh, I love the Black Twitter owns. So basically, Brian Kemp was saying he's not going to prosecute, I think, what's her name? So Brian Kemp rejects the idea of calling a special session to oust Fannie Williams and criticizes Trump and his allies for pushing it. The bottom line is that in the state of Georgia, as long as I'm governor, we're going to follow the law and the Constitution. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, queen. Oh, yes, queen. Oh, yes, queen. So I looked up these group of propagandists, like, hello, 100%. They're Republican accountability. They're helping where Republicans and conservatives defending pro-democracy. There we go. They're helping pro-democracy. Isn't that awesome? Aren't you glad they're helping to restore the Republicans who want to work to help to maintain democracy? It's perfect. Holding accountable those who tried to overturn the election and fighting against disinformation. They are just so pro-right. Everything is right. Everything, we need to be right. We need to be right. Now, they put up this billboard. They put up a billboard listing all of his crimes, apparently. Like, these are propagandists. These are propagandists. It's disgusting. This is what we have. Propagandas all over everywhere. All of these organizations. Yeah, David says, another Lincoln Project. Exactly. This is just everywhere all the time. But democracy, they're fighting for democracy. What does democracy mean? It means their communist, socialist globalism. That's what it means. It's their globalist. It's for the deep state, essentially. That's what democracy means. We need to protect the deep state. Democracy means we need to protect the deep state. That's what that means. And globalism. Yeah. So that's what that means. It's so bad. It's so bad. Control, capture, opposition. Not everyone is as it seems. Not everything is as it seems. Exactly. We have to be aware and vigilant. So we've got it. So this is a group of Republicans, and they're all about democracy. When did that happen? Oh, because democracy means deep state. So we need to protect it, right? So we have to understand and be vigilant that this stuff is like obviously there's more psyops to come. So we need to be on it and understand how propaganda works. Fighting for democracy is another. I stand with Ukraine. I stand with it. I love sending billions of dollars there. Eddie says, wow, apparently democracy to them means we need to taint every potential jury pool. God, it's so bad. It's so disturbing. Oh, we're going to put him in jail. Oh, we're going to put him in jail. He's running for president, but we're going to put him in jail. It's like, this is ridiculous. Oh my God. So, last but not least, this is where we're at. Last but not least, I want to get into the thing that we're not supposed to talk about. And the thing we're not supposed to talk about is the illegal immigration, the asylum seekers. We can't talk about them because that's racist. That is racist to point it out. That is racist to say you don't want them coming. That is also racist. It's so racist. I can't even. They say, oh, you can't talk about that. If you talk about that, that means you're obsessed with white people and all this. It's just like, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to talk about it if I want to. Because when I saw the clips of it, and I just was like traumatized. Literally traumatized, because seeing the clips of what's going on is very, very disturbing. Like, for example, this is our beautiful Paris. Beautiful. Beautiful. Those businesses look like they would do well. And you can't talk about this because that's racist. Oh, why do you care? 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 Why do you care if they're there? That's all I hear all the time. It's like, shut up. And then I saw this also. Beautiful, brave people. They're so stunning and brave. And I see these clips and I'm just like, yeah, woo. Look, love it. So these are young men being ferried across. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. I mean, they need asylum. They need to be taken across. What's the big deal? Yeah. So that's what's wrong. What's wrong? Like, why are you not a fan of that? Like, why are you so bigoted that, like, why are you racist? Like, why do you care? RP, I know, I'm so sorry. That stupid audio is so loud, I forgot. Why do you care? Yeah, Manny says like D-Day. It looks exactly like D-Day. And then people are like, well, why are they going through France to go to England? I don't know. Why are they going up there? Because they're invading. Like, they're invading. Hello. It's so disturbing. It's so sad to see, and it's so disgusting to see. And we're just like, oh, whatever, we can't say it. And the way they set it up is like that you can't say anything because that's racist, or that's me. Like me, I'm like so obsessed with white people. Oh my God. It's like, shut up. It's like D-Day, but with women stoners. So yeah, this one right here was the most ridiculous one that I saw. I couldn't handle it. Look at these fine young men. What's the problem? What's the problem? Here we go. Look at us dance. What? They're ready to have fun. They're ready to party. I mean, what is the big deal? Don't you want them here now? Like, now. Oh, and they're welcoming them. Hey. Oh, we're going to take everything you have. Oh, how sweet. And these are the organizations, okay? These are the organizations that are there to help. Is he doing the Macarena? They're there to help. There we go. So you wonder, and you see something like this and you think, there's open society. How is all this happening? I don't know. Maybe open society. Maybe an organization called Open Society. I don't know. That's what they do. They fund charities all over the world. Literally. So this is a full-on, well-organized, well-orchestrated, well-planned out, well-structured, some would say invasion. I wouldn't say invasion. I would never say invasion because I'm not racist, so I'm not going to say that. But if you see, look at the organization. It's right there. They're there to help. They're there to bring them in. I'm going to black pill you. This is real. This is real life. So this is one of the groups. In the summer, this is their story. Oh, their story is so touching. Oh, Open Society. Oh, story. Mostly truthful story. Remember that. In the summer of 2018, the idea of Mediterranean was born out of indignation over the thousands of deaths in the Mediterranean and the closed port policy. You mean with your closed ports? How dare you? How dare you close your ports? How dare you? Take them in now. You're supposed to take them in, give them money, give them shelter, let them do whatever they want. In a very short time, people and associations working together in a civil society platform, they're civil. I love how they wrote this piece of propaganda. Organized and put the sea first, and as yet one civil rescue vessel flying the Italian flag on the night of 3rd, 4th of October 2008, exactly 5 years after the tragic shipwreck where more than 360 people died off the coast of Lampedusa. The Mark Gelano set sail from Port of Augusta on its first monitoring and rescue mission. So basically what they do, hey philosophist, I went live at like 4. Good evening. So basically this organization, what they do is they go out, they find the dinghies and they help bring them over. They find the people and they help bring them over. They help make them, come on, finish up. It's a nonprofit. And it, I'm not saying that they're funded by Open Society, but this is kind of like what Open Society does is they fund nonprofits to do things like this. Or to do things to help humanitarian things. Let me correct myself. Oh, they're legally speaking, they're saving humans. Social Promotion Association. During the 2009... Oh, it's so disgusting. Who saves a life saves the world. Oh, do your part for peace. Yes. Oh, yeah. So this is one of the organizations that we saw flying the little flag. Basically, they help rescue them. They help them. Oh, you're committing a crime. Let me come rescue you. Oh, yeah. Let me rescue you. Hey. Our mission. Yes. Missions. The Central Mediterranean is the world's deadliest frontier. Whoa. The Meridiano sails regularly between Libya and the Strait of Sicily to monitor the area and rescue people in distress. We view human life as sacred, to be saved at all costs. And the closed border policy and the closed port policy is evil. So that's what we need to do. We need to basically reward and make sure that people who are risking their lives, getting in trash vehicles like trash boats to trashily commit crime like trash, we can help save them. Oh, because it's human life at all costs. Oh my God. This is disgusting. So disgusting. Layla, did you ever see the Douglas Murray video where he got ambushed over migrant ship sinking? Qatar journalist? No, I don't think I saw that. I'll look it up. Sometimes you have to look through several layers of special purpose vehicles to find the real money. Exactly. So here we are. So this is how they're pulling it off. This is how they're doing it. I'm going to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep talking about the illegal border crossing. I'm going to keep talking about the fact that they're flooding Europe. I don't care if it makes me, oh, you sound like a coon, or you sound racist, or you sound like you just want to, I don't care. I'm going to talk about it if I want to talk about it, because the propaganda around it is so disgusting and so pervasive and so ridiculous. And in the whole, just looking at one clip, it's so obvious that this is like a totally organized trash pile of human trafficking, human like free movement, invasion. Hello. It looks like D-Day in World War II. But you know what? None of the idiots who like actually study reality, none of the people who are alive today even know what D-Day looks like, really. They forgot. They don't know, like, what is D-Day? They don't know what that is. So there's no image, because if you notice, they stopped making World War II, like really, if you notice, they stopped making really good World War II movies a couple years before, 2020. So we haven't had a good one in a while. And so they forgot. They don't remember. They don't remember. They don't remember. Tito says, let's face it, folks, the Republican is no longer available. The Democrats are no longer centrists or moderates to vote religiously. You have to stay independent. Yeah. It's bad. Ellen Gonzalez called it. He said those people's boats are trash. Then why would you put your ass in that boat? Maybe you shouldn't put yourself in that boat. It's so sad. So this is where we're at. We're at living in a world where we can't talk about that because it's like racist. So that's why I'm working on a video where I'm going to explain how you can discuss things without sounding racist. Yeah, so that people can't call you a racist, because they use that all the time to just cut off your argument and to cut you off. It's like, who cares? Are those books behind you on the table? Yeah, those are books. Those are my books. Those are my books. I think I recorded a video on those books to showcase what those books were. I need to edit. I have so much editing to do. It's like insane. I have so much editing to do. I need to find a really good editor. But yeah, here we are. This is life. This is life. This is where we are. This is the delusion we have to live under. The shared delusion. Off topic. Oh, someone asked an off topic question. Come on, you guys. I'm not very tall. I'm 5'6". I need to get that Douglas Murray thing. You read books? Yes, I do read some books sometimes. But yeah, guys, I just can't. The lockdowns? Well, we'll see if the lockdowns come back. You guys, we'll see if the lockdowns come back. I mean, it's up to people if they comply with it. I'm not going to. I'm not doing it. So we'll see what happens. It's always in the power of what people do. They just don't want to be empowered. They don't like that idea. But yeah, I'm going to jump off of here. We were on for like an hour and a half. I'm going to cap my shows around an hour and a half. And yeah, we can, stop accepting their fear, prawn. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that too. I'm going to cap it an hour and a half, but let's get it together, okay? Let's seriously get it together. I hope you guys like the vibe of this. I'm going to be more honest and more genuine with everybody and with my audience, and if they can't handle it and they think I'm too mean, because I'm also too mean, on top of being racist, then oh well, it is what it is. I can't deal with it. We have a very serious problem. They're not dumb enough to bring back lockdowns. I honestly don't think. I think they're going to have mobs of kids, honestly. I think they're going to have huge civil, like, mobs of people, like, constantly, like, going crazy, destroying things like they did before. But I don't know if they do the lockdowns. I mean, people... We'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to try to work on getting a video out. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can become a member, and definitely subscribe to my locals where I do a lot of uncensored content. I hope you guys like the stream. I'll be back on Monday. We've got a lot to say, and I'm going to work on getting you the recap of the MAGA communists. I'm going to give full disclaimer that you will lose brain cells and you will have to heal from listening to the insanity. If you thought regular communists were crazy, MAGA communists are like next level insane. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I really appreciate all of you and all of your effort and feedback and content, and like we're working together on this. So I see you guys as like the inner circle, honestly. We're like figuring it out. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.